How might a person judge themselves? Is it easy to see past what one wants to think to what one must think in order to move forward? It's not an easy task. Being a shaman is not an occupation for those who are interested in only believing what those around them believe. Being a shaman is not something that will gain you name and fame. At least, not something that will gain you name and fame among the living mortals of this land, of any land on this earth. No, being a shaman has to do with combating the deepest, darkest parts of yourself and coming out victorious, if you come out at all. Insanity is a risk. The supposition that you will most certainly move forward as a shaman spiritually is incorrect. It is difficult to describe the sensations and the lessons that you learn on the most intimate of levels to those who have not taken up the spiritual path and worked their way back to the source on a personal level, not taking someone else's position as their way into heaven or hell. You have to get close to the source yourself. It's not about allowing a priest or another shaman or preacher to get between you and the divine. It is about working there yourself. It is a path wrought with danger, for our ego can fool us into thinking that we are doing the right thing and that we are going the right direction because it is such a personal path. But in the end, over the years, our work pays dividends in realization. And a shaman who is self-aware enough will realize that, okay, I've made mistakes here and there, but here's how I can fix them, because mistakes are the fertilizer that the soil of the path needs in order for our spirit to be planted and grow. We all reach a lifetime at one time or another where we start to realize and become self-aware of who we truly are past all of the minutiae and the garnish of the body, of the ego, of culture, of ethnicity. And we truly start to hold up a mirror for the self to gaze at. This mirror is the path. This mirror is being a shaman. It is getting down close to the earth and sifting through the dirt, trying to find those rare pearls and gems that are almost illusory because there are so few. But if you sift long enough, you will find what you need to find to move forward in one life or another. That is the path of being a shaman. That is what it is. To know, or attempt to know, oneself. We all have this false concept of what we can achieve spiritually. Now, a lot of this has to do with how we're raised. A lot of the time, we are raised in traditions which say, you have to listen to your priest, you have to listen to your preacher, you have to listen to your spiritual shaman, or appease the hierarchy of any tradition that you're in. And only through them can you achieve personal spiritual connection to the divine, to the spirits, to the land. And that to learn it yourself, you have to be a particular kind of person, that you have to be a particular kind of skill set in order for you to achieve what they have achieved. And that not everyone can do it. There's this false conception that it takes many years in order to become somebody who has the knowledge of a preacher or a priest or a shaman. A lot of the time, somebody is born in a way or with certain skills that make them a particularly good shaman. That doesn't mean that you cannot be that you can't have the same connection. Now, if you would desire a connection to your spirits or gods, it is vital that you learn as much as you can. Don't be a person of one book. Be a person of a library, many books. No matter what kind of spiritual connection you wish to have with the divine, whatever you think of the divine as being, as one God, as many gods, or as spirits, or as that we are gods here, or that we are part of the land, and the fact that we exist just shows that we are in symbiosis with the earth, and that we are an extension of the earth. Whatever you believe, make sure to be able to have a bunch of sources of people who believe the same thing, or people who believe a little bit differently. Branch out, find a way to learn more about this connection that you want to thrive within you. Never accept the idea that you cannot do it because you were born to this particular family or born with this particular skill set, or maybe people think that you're stupid. Never allow these things to stop you from achieving that connection that you want, if you want that connection in your life. Now, when it comes down to actual practice, be ready to take college in spirituality. I don't mean going to class, going to an actual college of spirituality. Be willing to put yourself through courses and actually have, you could say, lab work. Have labs. That means meditating, if part of your path is meditation. Meditation is good for all paths. Be ready to do that every day, to commit time like you're committing time to homework. Be ready to commit time to spell work. Learning about spells, yes, but also actually trying them out. Be ready to grade yourself at the end of a day or a week or a month would be more realistic. But try and try again until you find a strain along your path that really fits with the kind of person that you are, and then you can be your own kind of shaman. Maybe you'll need to go out in the woods quite often if you want to get closer to nature and the whites of nature, or the spirits of the elements. You need to go out into nature and experience these elements, get closer to them, try to understand them, meditate with them, use them in your scrying, whatever kind of water scrying you might want to do in a stream or a river, or maybe you want to use a scrying mirror or a scrying black mirror in conjunction with the four elements, and you go out into nature and use that there. Or maybe you want to get very good about using herbs, which herb combinations work for you, and heighten your state of awareness, your state of understanding, and your state of connection. And there's so many herb books and so many Wicca books that are perfect for this kind of thing that you will find plenty of material. Learning about herbs and learning how connecting to those particular plants, even while they're alive, will allow the herbs to connect you to various parts of this world in ways that you could not have imagined before. Getting close to plants is something very much overlooked, but something that needs to be focused on, because spirits have a home in plants just like they have a home in us. It just seems not as apparent. But there's a fabric to nature. There's a fabric to everything. There's fabric to even where there's no nature. A fabric to the spirit of a land, to the spirit of minerals, to the spirits of the winds. There is spirit in every single layer of this existence. We just have to try to look and become the kind of shaman, become the kind of priest that we want to become. Form the kind of temple that you would love to be a part of in your home, like I have here. Form a particular room. Make it a temple room, basically. And put all of your focus into working in that room. And when you go outside of that room, be sure to notice how different it feels. Act differently in this temple than you would outside. Act more reserved. Act more contemplative. Act more wary of doing anything strange or sexual or even cursing or increasing agitation or anger in yourself, or allowing it to occur around your gods and spirits if you have a temple room. But the greatest temple is, of course, the temple within, and the temple without is an effort to form the same temple within ourselves. But at any rate, I'm going to end the video there. Don't let anybody tell you you can't become the spiritual leader or achieve the spiritual connection that you want to the gods, spirits, or God. The gods achieve very much in their higher realms, but we can evolve with them. We can evolve towards them and with them. So don't let anyone tell you that you can't do that. Become the kind of person that you want to be in your spiritual life. Thank you very much for watching, and keep all this in mind. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section below. If you have any questions regarding any of this, or my channel in general, if this is the first time you've seen it, I'm open to the questions down there in the comment section below. Hit that thumbs up if you like this video at all, if you found it interesting, and I hope to see all of you on my channel in the future.